Since 1940 or 1930, when the first antibiotic was introduced, it took only 5 years, 7 years, 10 years for the population to become resistant to certain kind of bacteria which is there in the body. This means take any medicine, it is not going to affect that bacteria because they are resistant, and that is why they have grown. Right? So this means now this generation, including me and you, we have what inside are more or less called resistant bacteria. Clear? So one proof that you see 1983 to 1987 there were 16 antibiotic was invented. Then 1988 to 1992 14 antibiotic was invented. But after 2012 no invention of antibiotics, because now your body is full of resistant bacteria. Now there is no weapon which can kill. Right? So this means now we are not the same human being as we were 20 years back. Right? We were not the same brain, 1.4 kg is there, still it is 1.4 kg, at that time also 1.4 kg, but this 1.4 kg is different from that 1.4 kg. The population is different, their behavior is different from that 1.4 kg. Right? So, in the beginning, when the antibiotic was introduced, it seems that it is saving some life. But in long run, now a new problem which is called antibiotic resistant. This means you are full of those bacteria which are your resident, but they are not contributing to your well-being. Right? So, I'll give you one example. H. pylori we talked. When it is in high quantity, it will cause what? Ulcer. So what you did? You killed it. When it is in very less quantity, it causes gastric, esophageal reflux disease, celiac disease, stomach cancer, asthma. Right? So these are the things which causes, right, allergy. If it is very less or negligible, even then it causes disease. If it is very much high, even then it causes disease. Both the cases it causes disease. It has to be in an optimum number, only then it can work effectively. Whether it is H. pylori bacteria, which I am talking about. Now you see, all this disease which you can see here, it comes under the category of lifestyle disease, or it comes under the category of germ disease. These are known to be lifestyle disease, but the culprit here is, the percentage of a particular bacteria. Right? Or if I talk of Akkermansia mucinifila, need not to remember the name, right? Name of a bacteria. If your body is lacking this bacteria, this is the bacteria which triggers the pancreas, tells the pancreas how to produce insulin. So, but if the population of this bacteria is less, then the pancreas will not learn or will not be alert enough to produce the required amount of insulin. How much insulin your body needs every day, every moment, this calculation was sent, this information is sent by something called this bacteria, which is there on the screen. And again, if this bacteria is not there in your body or very less in your body, then you will see that the body is not able to produce insulin as much as should be, and you will be categorized as a diabetes patient. Diabetes patient is a lifestyle disease. But who is responsible? Microbes, right? So this means you are not paying attention to the microbe because it is connected with either genetic or lifestyle disease. So the focus is somewhere else, right? The culprit is someone else, right? But the focus is somewhere else. So you cannot find the solution, right, if you focus at the wrong place. Right? If your money or a money purse is lost somewhere else, but you try to find it in different location, however good you are at finding certain things, you still will not be able to find out. So the important thing is where we want to find the solution. Right? So one more example. We have heard of this hormone, serotonin. It is known to be connected with the hormone of the brain. anything related to the brain, mood, depression, emotion, right? Brain's functioning is connected with this hormone. But the interesting thing is, 80% of this hormone is produced in the stomach by the bacteria, the friendly bacteria. But the kind of bacteria which is in your stomach is not friendly, resistant bacteria. So, and because of that, you see nowadays, insomnia, autism, brain disorder, these are the kind of name which are coined only in last 30 years. Before 30 years, when you were in school, when I was in school, I've never heard anybody autism. I've seen a child with a allergy or a skin disease, or I've never seen a small child with asthma. Or in my whole school, right, if I count how many children were there with spectacles, very few. But now every third child is wearing spectacles. You go to the school, every third or fourth child you will find wearing spectacles. So these are the big differences, which seems to be a lifestyle disorder. But if you see inside, you'll find there is some connection with the microbe also. Right? So the population of microbe these days are different from the population of microbe when we were young. That's why it is 16 February 2019, The Lancet. It is called End of Modern Medicine, a great article that modern medicine has ended. Medicine, the body has become resistant to medicine. We have to look for something beyond medicine now. The time has come, right? So it is antimicrobial resistance. It is a big topic all over the world for last few years. In last few years, modern medicine has literally accepted that the medicine has failed to work. It cannot work anymore because technically, you know, your body has developed resistant bacteria so much that now the medicine cannot work. Now, if any medicine is invented to kill the bacteria, it can kill the bacteria only when it kills you as well. Right? So that's why, thank you. That is the reason why, with this worry in mind, WHO and other organizations, they started something called GLASS. Launched in October 2015, it's called Global Antimicrobial Resistance Surveillance System. And 71 countries participated, including India. These, with pink, these are the countries, they participated in this mission. That is, mission is removing the medicine, removing the antibiotics from the human life, right? So if medicines are so important, so good, why there is a drive to remove it from earth? This means now they have realized that in short term it may seem to be giving some benefit to the humans, but in long run it is killing the humans. Trying to cure the humans with medicine, but the humanity is suffering, right? That is what is understood now. For a short term, you may get some relief, but at the cost of making the whole generation sick and getting killed or suffering most of the time. Now here you see, ulcer may lead to cancer, that is one thing, right? But H. pylori bacteria, if it is very, very less, then directly it may cause cancer. If it is very, very high, it will cause ulcer. Ulcer will cause cancer. But if it is very, very less, directly it will cause cancer, stomach cancer, right? So, in addition to this, if H. pylori bacteria is very, very less, negligible, then in addition to that, it will cause these illness. So, you see, so these are the illness of the developed country. Small children of developed country, these are the illness. Poor country, these are not the illness because they don't have the money to buy antibiotic and distribute to their citizen. So they are protected. Still they are protected. Their body, their children's body, they have this bacteria in large quantity, right, in optimum quantity. So they are not facing this illness as of now. I'll give you one example how the microbe and the disease connection exist. How a microbe can be responsible for your well-being, or how the microbe can make you sick. One example, like let's talk of a hormone, estrogen, a female hormone, mostly a female hormone. body is producing, ovary is producing, it goes to the liver. And in the liver is, chemical factory. It does some processing based on its own intelligence. It binds, it combines this hormone with sugar. So from the factory, when the chemical factory, when the product is coming out, it comes out estrogen plus sugar, coated with sugar, right? Now, this travels in the intestine. This travels in the intestine. When it travels in the intestine, intestine is full of bacteria, friendly bacteria. And bacteria's food to live is that sugar. So bacteria, what it does, while the estrogen is carrying sugar, bacteria takes away the sugar from the estrogen and eat it to feed itself. So the estrogen is left alone. If it is left alone, it will do only one thing. It will enter the blood. Now it will be circulating in the blood, right? So, and it will contribute, it will do its function for which it is made. That is how. Thank you. But if your body is full of resistant bacteria, then how it happens? Estrogen will come to the liver. Liver will does its own duty. Chemical factory, the finished good is estrogen plus sugar. Now they are flowing in the stomach. But in the stomach, instead of friendly bacteria, what is there? And the resistant bacteria behavior is not the same as friendly bacteria. They eat different kind of food. They are not interested in that sugar. So this means the resistant bacteria will not be able to take out or eat the sugar. This means they will not be able to break the bonding. If estrogen and sugar bonding is not broken, it cannot enter the blood, it has to excrete. Right? Thank you, friends. And if it excretes, the level of estrogen in the blood will decrease. Lesser is the level of estrogen in the blood, more is abnormal bleeding, irregular periods, PCOD, all kind of female hormonal disease. Thank you, friends. Thank you. So this is the contribution of modern medicine to us in last 50 years. So here you have to understand, although if you look carefully, these diseases mostly look to be a lifestyle-oriented disease, or somebody will say this is a genetic-oriented disease, but the truth, if you see step by step, it is more to do with micro in the body. The resistant bacteria or the friendly bacteria. Ultimately, they are our second brain. So, the same classical case with diabetes. What is diabetes? It is known to be a lifestyle disease. Diabetes simply means, which I tell in many of the lecture, diabetes means high sugar in the blood. So the rule is, if you can bring down your sugar to a normal level, what is normal level? Again, there is a question mark, but whatever is your normal level, then diabetes is gone. That is what is our understanding. What is diabetes? It means high sugar in the body, high sugar in the blood, diabetes. You do something with your body, blood sugar comes normal, no diabetes. That is the present understanding. That is what we have understood till now with our own experience of being a diabetes patient, with the experience of the people around us. Diabetes means high sugar in the body. Okay, that is the present thing. Now, you see, modern medicine could understand diabetes means high sugar and we have to bring down the sugar. And if you could bring down the sugar, like H. pylori example, that high H. pylori causes cancer, we have to bring down H. pylori, that's all. So similarly, body is not that simple, but that connection is made. H. pylori more, bring it down, cancer or ulcer will be low. Similarly, the understanding is high sugar, bring it down, that's all. So, in last 50 years, you have seen all around that people, they brought down the sugar. The sugar came down, but what happened? Complication went up, right? People, sugar is normal range, but they are more sick. Whether we call of ACCORD trial, advanced trial, VADD trial, Veteran Affair Diabetes Trial, UK PDS trial, all the trials, they point out only one thing: medicine can bring down the sugar, blood sugar, at the cost of making you more sick. Very clearly, right? So high sugar is bad, but trying to bring down with medicine is worse. So you have a choice between bad and worse, right?